Island.
Madam Speaker, I've risen for my fourth and final time in this, the Regional Youth Parliament, having been in the Youth Parliament in 2014, 2015, and 2016. I have risen at this time to address the very last paragraph of the resolution, which in my view essentially is a binding and deliberate agreement of this sitting that we affirm the United Kingdom's decision to withdraw from the European Union. I stand to give information that is not restricted by the side that I sit on. I cannot reasonably rise to fully support this resolution due to its nature and wording, particularly in the very last paragraph, as said before. This exact section of the resolution pronounces that this Regional Youth Parliament calls upon the states and territories of the Commonwealth, Caribbean, Americas, and the Atlantic region to affirm the United Kingdom's decision to withdraw from the European Union. To affirm means to confirm or accept the validity of something. I ask the following questions, therefore. Why do we have to accept the validity of Brexit when the United Kingdom is a sovereign state whose decisions we will never be able to affect? And now I ask, who are we to try to accept or confirm the validity of Brexit when we have homegrown issues that have remained unsolved and unaddressed since the dawn of self-governance and even a year out from the actual date of Brexit? First, let me articulate how strange, peculiar, futile, and awkward it is for us to be here debating Brexit when in fact we are in an autonomous British overseas territory. I say so because the position of British overseas territories has not yet been properly enunciated as to what arrangements will be made. Madam Speaker, I would go as far as to say that the Cayman Islands and its representatives here today are fundamentally silent proxies of the Right Honourable Theresa May, Boris Johnson, and all those who subscribe to the remain divide of the Brexit phenomenon. For indeed, the legitimacy of Brexit can no longer be questioned. The people have spoken. The mandate has been given by the people and for the people, whether or not it was by the slimmest and most uncomfortable of margins. This debate must accept and be guided by the precept that Brexit is fluid and has happened, is happening, and will happen. And the process of it occurring began on March 29, 2017, some 451 days ago, and it is scheduled to end on March 29, 2019, 281 days from today. What that means, Madam Speaker, is that in 281 days, in the words of Nigel Farage, when it comes to chaos, we ain't seen nothing yet. In 281 days, Madam Speaker, when it comes to Brexit and its impending chaos, even in the face of the United States President and Kim Jong-un threatening war before their bromance of late, we ain't seen nothing yet. In 8 days, there will be an EU summit where the deals will be ratified for the benefit of the people of the United Kingdom. And so while many persons in Europe may feel that this long and winding process of ratification will lead to a good deal on their end, we here in the Caribbean must be cognizant of the lyrics of the mighty penguin who quite craftily penned, "What's sweet in goat mouth, the sour in the bam bam." Madam Speaker, when it comes to Brexit and its looming implications, I can assure you that the Caribbean is not the goat's mouth, and Brexit will definitely not be sweet. It was a slave master whose name has been lost in the undulations of history who said, "Every time you see or hear us squabbling, understand that the crack of Massa's whip is a lot closer than it seems. Understand that the crack of Massa's whip is echoing in the way that we behave." Ever since Brexit, the crack of Massa's whip has echoed from Kaiser Falls to Grand Bahama. The crack of Massa's whip has sent our leaders skipping and galloping across the world, preaching and evangelizing, "Great is thy faithfulness, morning by morning, new mercies we see." To religiously belabor and berate Brexit 2 years on is as if we are clueless of what we can and should do with the United Kingdom out of the EU. It is as if we are babies yet to be weaned from the breasts of the United Kingdom, even for some of us who have been independent for over 50 years.
Member, you have 1 minute left, but I'll make you continue with your presentation.
To confirm and accept the validity of Brexit shall not hinder our ability to trade bananas, sugar, rum, electronics, and even human resources with France, Luxembourg, or even Liechtenstein. We need firm craftsmen, not leaders who belabor and dwell in the past. We ought to realize that we didn't see the benefits of the UK in the EU with the Windrush fiasco of last month. We didn't see reparations, although that is for another appointed time and date. In the words of the inventor of soca, Lord Shorty, I say, gone are the times when we were together. Gone are the days when we loved each other. No more smiling face, no more warm embrace in my homeland like a stranger. Madam Speaker, the Caribbean is but a stranger to this world, and we cannot allow Brexit to prolong this disposition. Madam Speaker, as I take my seat for the fourth and final time in this, the Regional Youth Parliament, I wish to thank the Chief Organizer of the Nevis Youth Parliament, Mr. Farrell Smithen, and the staff at the legislature in Nevis for the opportunity that has been afforded to me since Barbados in 2014 at the age of 14. I take my seat now to say that I cannot reasonably support this resolution, but of course amendments will satisfy my desire. I am obliged.
Bravo.